What's good, people? Agent Juice reporting for duty. Today, on this most memorable day of the 6th of November, I shall be speed painting something a bit new for this channel, and that is a crossover picture. It was an idea I've had before, and I've actually drawn it before, but I can't for the life of me find the original pic, so I've decided to recreate it. Anyway, the idea is to take Sandy Cheeks from Spongebob Squarepants and put her in a Space Ranger suit a la Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. And since I'm doing this, I might as well make a drawing inspiration video involving Sandy and SpongeBob as a show. But before we step into the madness, let us all put our hands together in prayer and smash that like button and share the video to our fellow brethren so we may spread the good news and appease the almighty algorithm that rules our pathetic lives. Anyway, SpongeBob is a show that has transcended a great many other cartoons. It has become a full-blown cultural phenomenon. So popular is it that even the likes of Marvel Studios have made SpongeBob references.
Quit trespassing in this city and on this planet. It means get lost, Squidward.
The fact that it's still going on is a testament to its popularity, with only two other animated shows bypassing it as far as longevity, those being The Simpsons and South Park, as far as I can recall. Because of that reason, and for the sake of this video, I'm only going to be acknowledging what I will dub the Hillenburg-run of Spongebob Squarepants. What is the Hillenburg-run? Well, it refers to the original 3 seasons and the first movie of SpongeBob that aired in 2004 that Stephen Hillenburg, the show's creator, directly created. You see, Hillenburg actually intended for the first movie to be the series finale of SpongeBob, but Nickelodeon wanted more episodes because the series was making so much money. Because of that, Hillenburg stepped down as a showrunner and no longer had any driving influence on the show. And after Hillenburg left, there was a noticeable shift in the show, a shift that transformed SpongeBob into something else. Now, that's not to say that SpongeBob hasn't had good episodes since then. It's just that the series as a whole was never really the same again after Hillenburg's initial intended run. So when I say that I wish to draw inspiration from SpongeBob, I'll be mainly referring to the Hillenburg-run of the Spongebob Squarepants series as the source of said inspiration. So now that we've established that little tidbit, let's go ahead and talk Hillenburg-era SpongeBob. Spongebob Squarepants is yet again another one of those shows that is truly unique. A one-of-a-kind programming that I haven't seen before or since. And for you long-term viewers of mine, you're probably starting to notice a pattern here about my appreciation for truly unique cartoons. With SpongeBob, I greatly admire its ability to give off this kind of mellow, trippy vibe without being a stereotypical, psychedelic, well, far out man kind of show. I guess the best way to describe it is like it feels like a sober acid trip, if that makes any sense.
Alone.
Hello.
Alone.
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 Alone. Alone. Alone.
I think the reason why I'm compelled to describe it like that is because the serene artwork and strangely mesmerizing soundtrack gives it a vibe without having to resort to the tired tropes of crazy visual patterns or stoner-like characters or any of that noise. Contrasting the sober acid trip atmosphere are characters that are strangely down-to-earth despite their crazy personalities and creative designs. SpongeBob himself is a character we've seen before. You know, he's an eager go-getter with a slightly annoying edge to him. But combine that with the fact that he's a sponge living under the sea in a pineapple, and you have a recipe for a memorable main character. Then, of course, you have the likes of Patrick, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, and of course the subject of today's Speedpaint, Sandy. Each of these characters, again, have personality traits we've seen before. You know, Patrick is the lovable idiot friend, Squidward is the stuck-up grumpy neighbor, Mr. Krabs is the slave driver boss, and Sandy is the capable, smart girl/low-key love interest. Anyway, their personalities are nice and familiar with their own unique twists to them. But combine those with each of the characters' designs being trippy and unique takes on undersea life, and put them all in wild, crazy scenarios, and you have, again, a recipe for a legacy cartoon. As a side note, one of the things that always impressed me about the show is that none of the main characters and very, very few of the side characters are traditional fish. You know, if this show were any other generic undersea cartoon, all the characters would be fish because, you know, it's the quickest go-to proxy for, hey, look at us, we're underwater. But no, our main character is a square-cut yellow sponge, palling around with a starfish and a squirrel, you know, bothering a 6-armed octopus and working for a crab. That little bit of extra effort really helped make the show what it is today. And that little bit of extra effort and combination of different wild and unique elements is ultimately what I wish to draw inspiration from myself. If I could make a show even 1/4 as memorable and successful as SpongeBob, I'd be happy as a giant clam that just found her stolen pearl. Now, let's go ahead and talk Sandy while we're at it. SpongeBob is one of those shows where it's actually kind of hard for me to pick a favorite character, but if I had to choose one, it would probably be good old Sandy Cheeks. What exactly do I like about Sandy? Mostly her moxie. You know, she's a strong, independent squirrel who don't need no dry land. But she's also more than that. She's actually amicable and friendly. You know, normally there's this trap that a lot of writers kind of fall into of making these, hashtag strong badass characters. And at the same time, they're also these grumpy, antisocial sticks in the mud that no person in their right mind would ever want to spend time around. But not Sandy. Yes, she is the hashtag strong badass character, but she's also a down-to-earth, good old girl you could kick back and have a beer with, you know? Sandy likes people, and people like Sandy. And since I'm people too, I like Sandy too. And it's because of the fact that she's strong, capable, and friendly, and able to get along with so many different critters from different walks of life that I think actually she would be a great candidate for Star Command if you think about it. And that, and of course the fact that her diving suit looked so much like a Space Ranger suit, it just kind of was asking for it at that point. Anyway, and of course, all those traits are also what I wish to draw inspiration from. You see, it's not hard to create the hashtag strong badass character. All you gotta do is just show her doing a few backflips, beating up a few bad guys, and maybe, be a show-off doing a flashy motorcycle stunt here and there or whatever. But to make such a character with a well-written and engaging personality, that is the hard part. And that aforementioned hard part is what Stephen Hillenburg was able to conquer, and that ultimately is what I wish to glean from Sandy Cheeks. So here's to you, Space Ranger Sandy. I salute thee. And so with that last thought, let's go ahead and wrap up today's video. Alrighty then, folks. If you like what you see here and you wish to see more, go ahead and remember to gingerly assault those like, subscribe, and notification buttons. It helps the channel out in the algorithm, yakety yak. Plus, it lets me know what you guys like. Also, feel free to comment below, let me know what you think. Go ahead and share the videos with others so that they can also join in our tomfoolery. In addition, if you want to stalk me elsewhere, I'll go ahead and throw my social media links in the description box down below as per usual. And so, with all that said, I thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you all stick around, and until next time, deuces.